Okay, my name is Diana. As you can see, well, first of all, as you can see, the sun is coming in. Damn it. Um, but I don't have any fancy equipment, any fancy setup. It's not AI. Um, and I want to start several channels, but one that I think is really important is this one, Poison for Profits. I'm a disabled nurse of over 25 years. And I used to do the paperwork to get reimbursement from the government for Medicare and nursing homes, among many other things. But then in 2020, I went to bed normal, woke up disabled. I had a stroke in my sleep. And for the last 4 years, I've definitely been seeing our system from the other side. Not that I didn't see the corruption beforehand. God knows I did, but I was kind of a part of it. Not willingly, but anyway, I can make excuses, but I should have stood up then. But I'm standing up now against our lack of healthcare industry, against big pharma, against our food industry that's poisoning us with chemicals. And they know, they just don't give a shit. I'm a little pissed off. And so I initially wanted to write a book, and I still do at some point, but this information needs to get out there now. Um, and even though I'm in the middle of moving, uh, and there's a whole backstory behind this horrible place I'm stuck in, and I'm wanting to get back into HUD to get things stabilized, to start pursuing my projects. And I probably won't be able to really get this channel going till like second week of May. Yeah, yeah. Because I have so much going on right now. And there's so many electrical problems in this trailer. I thought I had them fixed last week. An electrician came out, but via my landlord. But some lights and outlets went off again. So I can't even blow dry my hair. It makes the lights flicker. So I can't be glamorous. But at least I'm not an AI voice or something. But I want to talk about big pharma and the healthcare industry and the food industry, because they are literally killing us. And I want to come after these motherfuckers. Somebody needs to stand up and say what is going on. I don't know everything that's going on, but I've seen a lot of it and I've researched a lot of it. So I'm kind of in the preparation stages as much as I can. I have a lot going on personally with moving and trying to get myself in a stable income situation with my disability, hence HUD, which can be pretty nightmarish in itself and is also corrupt. Just a little tidbit. Did you know that HUD housing, they take 30% of your income no matter what, and then the government subsidize what you can't pay? Well, they overvalue the apartments in their market. I was in a little studio in Bumblefuck, Indiana, and which is the most would be like $400 or $500, even with utilities a month. I saw in the paperwork where they were telling the government it was over 900. So think about that. All those apartments being subsidized by the government at higher than market value. These people are not here to help the poor and the disabled and seniors. They're here to make money. And this is how they can get more money than what their apartments would be worth, double the price. But anyway, happy place. So once I get things together, get moved, this is going to be one of the channels I do. I recommend until then, there's some things you can watch on YouTube. Well, one of them I think you have to buy. Nan Golden, one of my favorite photographers in the world, has really become an activist against Oxycodone and the corrupt family who basically poisoned us and killed people for profit, then went and put their names on a bunch of museums and artist galleries by making big donations. So they look so respectable. Well, in this documentary, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Nan takes them down, at least, from some of the museums and the ways that they try to make themselves look so philanthropic and legit. They haven't been held accountable because they're rich billionaires by our criminal system. But it's a very inspiring documentary about what one person can do. And she's an amazing photographer in my eyes. I'm a photographer, or used to be. I lost a lot of the things I could do because of balance issues and mobility. Check that out. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. That won't be on YouTube. You probably will have to pay for it, I think. The other thing, though, that you can check out on YouTube for free is a documentary called Medicating Normal. And it talks about the corruption in Big Pharma, how they get people hooked on drugs. And what they've done is they've sent out representatives to doctor's office and for nursing or whatever to get them to help push their drugs. And I think a lot of people in the medical profession really think they're doing good. They don't realize the problems they're creating because they put people on medications they don't need to be on. Then they have side effects. So you need to prescribe more medications for the side effects. And Medicating Normal is a really devastating documentary about the big pharma industry. But also, I personally know what went on behind the scenes as far as a long-term care billing to Medicare and to the government. And I just want to know, some people, when I've told them things, they say, oh, well, that was just where you worked. No, I was a traveling MDS nurse. It happens everywhere. So don't be fooled by that. It happens everywhere. Everywhere I went, it's the standard practice. Let me just say, the sicker you are and the more they have to do for you, the more money they make. And maybe the nurses who are being exploited are not, or they think they're doing the right thing. But the administrators and the administrative staff are not, or the corporate managers. It's all about money. And then there's the food industry. One thing I want to mention is maltodextrin. You'll find it in almost every keto product in the world, or at least in this country. Oh, which keto is just so healthy, right? And if you're diabetic, you really want to be on a keto diet. Well, maltodextrin doesn't spike your blood sugar, keto, but it spikes your insulin higher than sugar does. On the insulin index, maltodextrin spikes your insulin more than sugar. They know this. They just don't care what it does to you. So we're going to talk about reading labels. We're going to talk about eating healthy on a budget. I'm on disability. Fortunately, I worked over 25 years as a nurse, as an RN. So I have SSDI, which pays a lot more than SSI. SSDI is based on the money you paid in, and it is your money. It is not an entitlement. It's what I've been paying my whole life in taxes. So not that people on SSI should be just cut off. SSI is for people who haven't worked or didn't earn enough, which when you look at trying to get out of the sun, which when you look at generations, older generations, the women used to not have to work. Their husbands worked. So when they become widowed, they go on SSI because they didn't earn any income. So that will shift as a lot more women, a lot more households are two-person working households. But anyway, But when certain politicians start talking about entitlements, that's not a damn entitlement. We've been paying into this shit our whole lives. Okay. Gets me livid. But I'm very lucky that I get a decent amount every month for entitlements. But people will try to exploit you when you're on government assistance. I didn't believe it at first. I am finding out it's true. Certain landlords, private landlords, we're not even going to go there today. We're going to get moved if the people dragging the feet on getting me back into HUD would ever get back to me and let me know what's going on. So anyway, but I wanted to do this video today. I know it's going to be a few weeks before I can really start exposing people and talking about things and doing more research. So probably about the second week of May. But I just wanted to start. I wanted to do something, fresh start, eclipse day. Oh yeah, and it's my birthday. What am I thinking? So I am definitely like, I'm going to do this. This is the hill I want to die on, metaphorically. Hopefully only metaphorically. But we need to make some changes, and we need to start a movement about this disgraceful excuse of a healthcare and food industry. So with that, I'm signing off for now. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Nobody's even going to see this between now and then. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to promote it. You'll probably see it well after I start the channel, if even then. So stay tuned. Come back in May, and I'll be here. No, look, Ma, no AI voices. Or, yeah, I do those things with other channels, but this is just too important. Poison for Profits is my new channel. Thank you very much. I got to figure out how to stop recording. Oh, there.